Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grim Survival. Today we're going to take a look at the hottest year on record, 2019, or one of the hottest years on record, according to, mainstream media, really. September 22nd, 2019 is when this particular article was posted. It says a damning new UN report published Sunday said that the world is failing or falling badly behind in a race to avert climate disaster because of runaway warming, with 5-year period ending in 2019 set to be the hottest ever. Hey, let's take a look over here at, hey, this is the Weather Channel, yeah, and the Weather Channel says the same thing. This is Earth's third warmest year on record, 2019. Hey, let's look over here. Carbon Brief is who posted this one. State of the Climate, 2019. Hey, this is July right here. Set to be the third warmest year on record. That's awesome. That we're looking at all the early. Hey, wait, that one. What is that? Hey, that's not supposed to be. Get that off the screen.
Alright, welcome back to Grim Survival. As you just heard, we are in the hottest year ever. 2019, hottest year ever. You're right. Yeah, global warming. It's getting hot outside, isn't it? Yeah. According to some of the articles I've been reading about global warming and the hottest year ever, it has been caused by carbon emissions. Really. And the best part about the carbon emissions and global warming is it is all my fault. I was really my fault. They told me right on the screen. The computer told me it was my fault. They literally said that I breathe too much. They said that I eat too much. I drive too much. I'll agree with that last one. But yeah, all the way around, carbon emissions. It's my fault. So I'd just like to take the time right here and take responsibility for my actions. And just say all of global warming is completely my fault. Yeah, I did it. All right, yeah, just seriously, global warming. I'm not going to tell you about my opinions of global warming in this particular video. We will talk about snow, though, because there's been a lot of snow. If you've been following the weather up north, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Minnesota, Canada, they've all gotten so much snow over the weekend. Obviously, this video is probably going to be uploaded Wednesday, so this news may be a little late, but we're going to get it out there anyway because, hey, I had to replace my phone over the weekend. My other one went missing, so we'll just, it walked away. It really did. So, yeah, if you watched my last video, the sound quality in that video is rubbish. It's just rubbish. You'll have to watch the video to get that reference. I still think that's funny, but anyway, I'm going to overlay some stuff here. So, take a look. Let's stop rambling and get to it.
Alright, let's just talk about where the problem stems from, obviously, with our hottest year on record. Grand solar minimum, obviously, is what we're experiencing right now. Here's a look at Wikipedia, obviously, at the solar minimum cycles. And we can look at historic solar minimum cycles right here. So let's take a look. 2008 to present, we are unspecified. The modern maximum, so this is, yeah, as you can read, this is a maximum period, and this is a minimum period, and there are several minimum periods listed, and only a couple maximums. So, the Dalton minimum is something that Ice Age Farmer references quite frequently. You can see the span here of, what is that, 30 years. And that is a minimum. If you look at all the minimums here, we're looking at, some of these lasted 100 years at least. And just going up the list, from where we actually have probably decent recording of history, these last few, and you can see 100 years right here. Experts are predicting this particular minimum, and experts, I use that term very loosely, experts. But they're saying we're going to experience it between 2019 and 2020, followed by a slow recovery toward a new solar maximum in 2023 and 2026. So they're expecting us to be really hot by, say, 2025, roughly 2025. We are going to get really, really hot solar maximum. So just be prepared to be blamed for global warming yet again by 2025 if you're not being blamed for it already, as I obviously am. But yeah, going back to the hottest year on record, 2019, does anybody remember March this year, March 13th and 14th? This is South Dakota. This is a weather radar overlay of South Dakota. The blizzard dropped, where is it, 18 inches. Yeah, here it is. let's just go down here. Down here, we'll see all the total amounts. 18 inches of snow here. There was a couple localized places that actually got 2 feet, but pretty close to 2 feet of snow at the maximum areas. And this was a blizzard that hit early March, and this was a very early blizzard, as you can see. I mean, early in the year, but late in the winter, obviously. So yeah, hottest year on record. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find. Obviously, there's places like India that have broken heat records this year. I'll give you credit, but yeah, overall, maybe we're hotter than previous records, but I'm not seeing it. But anyway, let's move on. We're talking about now snow, and obviously there has been a lot of snow up north. And yeah, I just showed you this a minute ago, but this was posted. I'm gonna say it was Monday. Posted Monday. That is soybeans. You're looking at a soybean field, rather large soybean field covered in snow. It's something you don't see every year. This is U.S. National Weather Service, Bismarck, North Dakota, October 12th. About knee deep in that snow, it looks like. That is also soy. As you can see, 42 pictures posted by the U.S. National Weather Service, October Blizzard 2019. So, yeah, have a look if you can get the link. I will put all the links for everything I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put the link in the description because obviously that's what people like. So that's what people are going to get. We're here to please. Yeah, right. Just pictures we're looking at here. Snow, and more snow. You can read all these. I'll post the links so you can. And it's just snow, but it's not just snow. I mean, flooding, food shortages. We're up there. Here we go. Is a catastrophic food shortage coming to America and the world? This was posted May 23rd, 2019. And it basically talks about food prices because of the weather. Right there. Weather will drive up food prices. And that's, the entire article. Oh, look, it's all Trump's fault, too. Don't forget it's Trump's fault. Food shortage is Trump's fault. Yeah, so back to snow. There's been a lot of snow in the north already. Parts of Canada, they're declaring emergencies. They have, I think I tried to show this earlier, but they have no power, no water. There are mandatory evacuations. I forget the name of the town. Southern Canada, obviously right around the same areas here in North Dakota, Minnesota. But, yeah, snow and frost will delay harvest for Minnesota farmers, capping a year of miserable weather that has been shaped by heavy spring rains and late planting. And that's just what we're seeing all over the farm belt, the corn belt, just the entire United States. And not just the United States, the world is seeing a food crisis, a crop failure, massive crop failure, obviously. No Harvest 19, this is Twitter. No Harvest 19. These are posted October 12th, October 10th. Of course, that's, amen. And poor soybeans, No Harvest 19. And look, the corn's still standing, but I have seen reports from Ice Age Farmer and a couple other sources that most of the wheat fields, I believe North Dakota wheat fields, have been flattened by the heavy, wet snow. And those fields are not recoverable. That crop is lost. So bread prices, you'll start seeing those go up. You'll start seeing the quantities go down, half loaves, things like that. It's actually going to be cheaper to make your own bread very soon. That is DuckDuckGo. If you don't know, DuckDuckGo is a place you should search. I didn't mean to click that, but I did anyway. So, moving on. Food shortages. Yes, I don't want your ad. Go away, ad. This is July 20th, 2019. Food shortages have begun as canned vegetables start to run out. As you remember, earlier in the summer, the crop scare drove a lot of people to the stores. They started buying food. They started buying canned food, mostly dried goods and canned food. And Walmart's went out of stock, and you can still find it, a lot of them out of stock. This one's similar, observed canning aisles Walmart in Tennessee, and I don't know exactly where this article was posted. I didn't read most of it. I did skim over it, but yeah, price is already up 20% on bread, milk, and eggs. That was to be expected. Prices on meat are still relatively low. They're fluctuating depending on where you are in the country. Meat, as I said, most of the corn that is grown, the corn and the soy, this stuff here, this feeds the animals. And if the animals don't have food, then we don't have animals. The farmers will actually start slaughtering the animals and selling the meat when they cannot, I mean, it's more humane to sell the meat and eat the animal than to let it starve to death. Not to mention, that would be a great waste of food. And wasting food like we do in this country is something that we are definitely in for. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that. If you've ever seen the wasted food in the country, it's unbelievable. So, yeah, food shortage have begun. Global food shortages. The world could run out of food in 10 years. This is posted at Australian News. And yeah, this just goes on to say climate change. The world could be facing food shortages in just 10 years. I hate to inform you guys of this, but we're facing food shortages in just like right now. So yeah. United States, United Nations, it's pretty good read. I read most of it. I like that picture. Meat makes me hungry. All right, yeah, and we're just saying already, if we've been experiencing in the third world countries, as listed here, food crisis for many years. In 2016 alone, 11% of the world population were starving because of a food shortage, and the effects on these people now that we are having food shortages in what we call the first world countries, United States being one of them, these people just stand no chance. They actually no chance at all. It's going to not be pretty. Meat shortages are coming obviously early next year. We can see an ad, or yeah, article here posted 6 days ago, so sometime last week. The Great Bacon Shortage of 2020. Yeah, China's pork crisis could hit the United States supermarket shelves as early as 2020, and I've already seen my bacon in my local stores. They're down in their quantity. It used to be a pound of bacon for a certain price. It's the same price, but now we're getting 10 ounces of bacon. I showed this in a video last week or the week before. I don't remember exactly when. This came right out of Smithfield Foods, and this is Microsoft News, so this is mainstream media right here telling you that there is a bacon shortage, or going to be a bacon shortage. I believe it was 1 in 4 of every pig on the planet had gotten, what is it, swine fever, swine flu. The pigs got sick, okay? Pigs got sick, and yeah, this is the result. We're going to see a bacon shortage. We haven't seen it yet. We are seeing cutbacks, but we haven't seen a shortage. Watch for it. It's coming. Meat shortage 2020, that's going to be the next hashtag, I guarantee you. We're already seeing Nova Harvest 19, No Plant 19. There was a couple other ones on here I thought were somewhat interesting. Twitter is where you get all the hashtags. So yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting really bad. I've already seen frost in my particular area. We've had corn sickles. I've seen frosted corn crops. I don't have pictures for you. Tell you why in a second.
Welcome back. Obviously, why I don't have videos and pictures of farmland is because my phone walked away. Yeah, and we discussed that in a couple of videos already, so I'm not going to bother repeating it again. I did get a new tablet out of the deal. I only had to sign away, 1/3 of my soul for 3 years or something like that to Verizon when I got the phone and the tablet. So, yeah, that's going to be quite useful in video recording, assuming the sound quality isn't rubbish. So I just can't let that go. It's fun. It's so amusing to me. Sorry to the person who did it. I don't mean to make jokes about you so often, but you're funny, gotta say. Anyway, moving on. We're obviously looking at a grand solar minimum at least until 2023, according to what they're telling us. Do we believe them? I don't. I mean, the Dalton minimum alone lasted over 30 years. The minimums before that, we're looking at hundreds of years, these minimums. So you're telling me that this particular minimum, the grand solar minimum, they're calling it, it's so grand that it's only going to last 2 years. I mean, it's literally going to come to its maximum point by 2020 and then start reverting back to the way it was in 2023. I don't see that actually happening. I really don't. And if we're looking at a minimum like the Dalton minimum of 30 years or even 10 to 12 years, we're looking at 10 to 12 years of the same things we're seeing this year overly wet springs, growing seasons shrinking on both ends. They're shrinking in the beginning in the spring, they're shrinking in the fall. So you have less of a window to grow. You have to get it done, and it's just throwing everything into chaos, really. You can see the crop shortages just from the videos I posted of me driving, and I'll try to throw one up right here just because. But yeah, that way I can say it, at least I did it. But yeah, just looking at the catastrophic crop loss that we've had, catastrophic crop loss. It's unbelievable, and it's only going to get worse from here. So I urge everybody, if you haven't begun to prepare now. You can still get 50-pound bags of rice at Costco. You can still get cases of corn and cases of green beans in Costco. I've been there recently. I've seen them. I'll get a video of that up sooner or later. But yeah, we're looking at hard times ahead. Meat shortages. They're already cutting into my bacon and my coffee. It's a travesty. It really is. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it with you right here. Remember to like, subscribe, share, spread the word. We all need to just spread the word. We really do, because it's getting worse before it's getting better. It really is grim.